My name is Chandra. I run the Moon Goddess 96 page, and today I'm here to talk to you about using the grid to take works that you really like and basically put them in a bigger perspective, in a bigger piece, or really just, draw it a little more accurately. So one of the projects I'm doing, which I have many, but I got inspired by Nerd Forge. I think that's what it is. I got inspired by her recent painting of the mural of the dragon, and I've never personally drawn a dragon before, so I'm a little intimidated. And when I looked around for pieces that I liked, I was just like mind blown because there's just so many good things. So anyways, I found this one that I really liked here, and it's not in color, so yeah, I'm not going to show you the colored version because then, your expectations might be a little too high. But I'm going to be taking this here, which I've already gridded out, and I'm going to be putting it on here, an 18 by 24 canvas, which I also already gridded out. And I have the time-lapse process of that on my Instagram story today, but when it is all said and done, it will all be on this video. So, yeah. That's what we're gonna do, so let's do it. So, first thing you're gonna do, find an image that you really like, okay? Obviously you can do whatever you want, but if you're not committed to something, it makes it a lot more difficult and less enjoyable, so yeah. Once you find something that you like, you're going to need an ability to print it out. At least in my opinion, you should be able to print it out because it makes it easier to deal with. You're gonna need a ruler. I'd say the bigger the better. This one is an 18-inch ruler, and I like it. I think it's pretty convenient. It's not too big and not too small. I have a, Graph Gear 500. Don't ask me where I got this or when I got it because I've had it forever. I think I actually bought it in Florida, so definitely not going to find it anywhere here in the Northwest, as far as I know. Sure, I could find it. Anyways, it's not important. It's a pencil. It's 0.9 millimeters, question mark, but it's basically just a tiny little sketching pencil. Like, oh, look at that tiny pencil. Okay, there we go. And then an eraser. I suggest something simple like this, or have one of these just plastic erasers, because it's hard to erase on canvas, but if you're not doing canvas, obviously you can do something else. But yeah, it's just nice to have in case you kind of goof up. You can kind of get rid of the line a little bit. But yeah. So the first thing you're gonna do is this. So you're gonna take your photo that you got here, and you're going to take your ruler, and you really want to look at it and think, okay, like, how long is my photo? Now, everything I did on this is kind of, it's not to the T, like I lined it up like that, because I wanted it to really fit in. So right now, this is like 10 3/4 right there. It's a little bit under it. But I wanted it to be 10 1/2, so I moved it just slightly. And then what I did is every 1/2 inch I marked. You flip it over, do the same thing, and make sure, because you see how this has two things here, how, they're the same inch-wise, but this side uses 16ths and this one uses 8ths. So it may get confusing when you're really looking at it. So just make sure, like if I do it like this on this side, you may want to just leave your photo the way that it is and just come up here and like draw the lines. And same with when you do it on the sides. Keep it like whatever scale you're doing, essentially, you're making it smaller. So because I'm using 1/2 inches on here, when I get to my bigger scale canvas, I'm going to be using whole inches. So just go ahead, if you're following along, and do that real quick. And then after you get all the lines put in, you're going to label these things, kind of like Battleship. So you can do letters and numbers, or you can do numbers and letters. It doesn't matter. If you can do symbols, you can do whatever works for you, but honestly, letters, numbers is the best way to go. It's the way I learned it, so it just makes it less confusing. But essentially, on this side I have letters, so I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 all the way up to O. And then on this part, I did 1 through, I put 22-ish because it's not really a full box. But that way, when you are using this, because you're going to use this for the entire duration of your piece, because you're essentially going to go onto the canvas or whatever you're using, and you're going to go in the box that corresponds with the part you're drawing. So if I'm drawing, say, this little snoot part here, I want to go to F, I believe that's 6, yeah, so F6, and then I'm going to be drawing that. So you're going to need this the whole time you're doing the sketch. And also, like how I'm painting mine, I'm not only going to have this, but I'm going to have the actual reference photo in color. That way I know like what the coloring should be, because I'm probably going to mess with a lot of the background color because it's mainly clouds, but I'm not going to like mess with the dragon itself because it looks pretty dope. The second part you're going to do, once you've got that done, is you're going to count out how many things you have. So on this one, because it's A through O, we're going to count it out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 boxes on the side. So what that means is that I'm going to need 15 inches dedicated to graphing this out, or gridding it out, I guess. This side of this canvas is 18 inches. So what that means is that I have to eliminate 3 inches in order to get the whole entire thing centered. So what I did was I put my ruler up against the side, which I don't know if you can see that very well, but in knowing that I can't just take 3 inches from one side, it has to be balanced. So when you take 3, divide it by 2, you're going to then have 1.5. So what I did was I went in 1.5 inches on either side by, I did 1.5 this way, and then I actually stuck this over here to get more accurate, because it kind of differs just slightly, and it does make a difference. And that way now I know each side is going to have the ability to fulfill the 15 boxes. As far as the bottom part, because it was 22-ish, and then this is a 24-inch on this side, all the way across, I took off that 1 inch on each side just to kind of balance it out, because even though that's there, it's not going to make the biggest difference, because really at the end of the day I'm focusing on the dragon, because the rest is I'm just gonna put in whatever I'm gonna put in. But the dragon's the biggest part. It's the subject matter that I want to be in there that's accurate. So once you have done that, you've gridded it all out, you've added your number and the lettering, you are ready to start the process of drawing this in. Now I'm only gonna do a very small part in real time, and then the rest of this video is going to be a time-lapse video, because this is honestly probably gonna take me a long time to do, and I'm not gonna sit down and do it all at once. That's the other cool thing, is that if you stop somewhere, like say that I'm on this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna draw just this, and then I need to take a break, you can actually just stop, because then all you have to do is go look back where you were at. You don't really have to reorient yourself like you would if you were observing something, or whatever, and you need the lighting to be a certain way. It makes it really convenient. So I'm just going to show an example real quick of what you would do. So on here, I actually need to number this a little better. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just in case you guys were curious, I do know how to count, kind of. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-ish. Okay, that's good enough. So, like I said, if I were gonna start with this snoot, I can't see any details, which honestly is probably a good thing. If you can print your pictures out so you can't see any details, it will really help. You really just need the form. Like, I'm not trying to get into anything yet, like not even close. So right here, this is F, and this is 6. So then I find F and 6, and I'm gonna look at this form, and basically what I'm gonna do is think, okay, it goes about halfway, on either thing. So I can kind of do this and just draw it in. Bam. Easy. All right, and then if I'm going to continue on, now see, there's a lot of teeth and stuff in there, but I'm just drawing the form. I can go back in after I get the form done and really put in more So on E6, which is right here, there's only these little tiny things. So really, I'm just gonna add that, and then bam, you know. So as you go, like you could cross it out, but I wouldn't because it's gonna cause problems. But it's just really an effective tool to graph out what you're trying to do. So the rest of this video is gonna be a time lapse. If you did enjoy this, please give it a like, share it with people, spread the knowledge. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and the Twitter. Always trying to throw up new updates on there, as well as my processes to try to help people like you and your grandma and whoever. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and time lapse is going to start now. And that is how you do the graph. My back hurts. I think a lot of people have little sayings like for their channel, and I think that's gonna be mine. My back hurts. Just joking. No, but my back really hurts. So I'm going to call it a night, but thank you for watching, and I really hope that that helped out a little bit with anybody who's been struggling with their proportions or just really wants to make something awesome but couldn't. But now you can. So yeah, see you guys next time.